Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 22 with the Washington Senators. Um, this is our second season with the team, and the first one didn't go so well. But we get a pretty awesome consolation prize, which is that we get the first overall draft pick. And we'll talk about that when the time comes. We have an okay but not great offense. And we have an okay but not great pitching staff. Sorry, it's our opposite. We need lineup help. That's right. I remember now. I tried to block it from my brain. But yeah, it is time to get going. Pee Wee Reese, there's a fair chance we trade you in the near future. If you're getting on base at a 350 clip, I'm not going to complain. But if you're not a great shortstop. So that may be something we have to think about as well. But let's advance. We must indeed activate Nick Atten. Thank you for reminding me, game. A personal message. We're waiting for people to sign. It'll be great. Excellent. Lots of happy people, all wanting to join the Washington Senators. As they should. Well, that's amazing. Do we have any positions that we need filled? We sure don't. Okie dokie. I don't love how I'm not considered that great anymore. I used to be legendary, and I'm just down to excellent. Which is kind of a bummer. Silver Slugger for Dave Ferris, of all players, and no one else. He's also the Rookie of the Year, and it was unanimous. Good job, dude. Yeah, I know I really struggle with whether I should draft him or not, but it definitely seems like it's paid off so far. I wonder how close he was to getting the Mike E. Smith Award. Who's Johnny Hetke? Oh, my reliever. Okay. Yeah, did you finish in the top 3? You did. You almost won a Mikey Smith Award in your first season. That's a pretty good player, I must say. Alright, so it's winter meetings time. What do we have an abundance of? I don't really need 2 first basemen. That said, Don Hurst is an old man and probably won't stick around forever. So trading Nick Atten isn't necessarily the best decision. Yeah, we don't really have many players that I can look at and instantly tell you, yes, we can trade them. Paul O'Day is probably borderline Major League worthy. Especially when Maury Arnovich... Maury did have a great season. He had an amazing season. But he's also an incredible fielder. Offensively, he was meh. Yeah, I don't really have an area of strength where I can start affording to start trading players. I really don't at the moment. That's okay. Absolutely not. I have plans, my friends. I have big plans to fill the catcher position. Just you wait. If I didn't have said big plans, though, then I would probably accept that trade, or at least think about it. Cast in the ballot. I'll vote for Max Bishop. I don't think it's going to help, but I'm going to try. I mean, you have to love the Mississippi Mudcat, except he's not very good. If you care about Pete Donahue seems like a pretty good choice. I guess I could vote for him. Let me make sure there's nobody else I'd rather vote for before I start going for that. I think Frankie Frisch maybe deserves to get in. Harvey Hendrick is kind of meh. I despise your nickname. You get 239. Absolutely not. No. I will vote for Willie Cam, however. You can't vote against the Nashville Narcissus. I will vote for Rabbit Moranville. Marty McManus seems like a pretty fair choice as well. I'll vote for Ray Schulk. Pie Trainer, meh. Whitey Witt, meh. Okay, Glenn Wright, easy play. Easy choice. An outstanding hitter that also happened to be a pretty darn good shortstop. Glenn Wright definitely earned it. I've got a bunch of spots left on my roster, so I can go back and vote for a couple other people if I want to. Yeah, I don't really see anyone else, though, that leaps out at me as saying this person must be in the Hall of Fame. I like Maurice Archdeacon, I do, but I don't think he's Hall of Fame worthy, and neither is Ethan Allen, in my opinion. They're both close, though. I just don't think either one of them leaps out at me as saying, yes, this is the kind of player that desperately needs to be in. I think I'm just going to vote with what I got here. And then we could maybe see how things go later on. First year player draft. So we're going to have the time period of a new catcher, otherwise known as the Yogi era. Get it? Get it? Oh, everyone just unsubscribed from my channel now. I have no regrets whatsoever. Let me just make sure. Yeah, there's too many things he does well. Welcome to the Washington Senators. So who do we have left right now? Well, we do have Vic Raschi. I don't know that I love an extreme fly ball pitcher that throws so weakly. But it's important to remember that I only have 4 starters right now. And until Hal Gray can throw strikes consistently, I can't really risk him in the majors. I really think it's actually smart to draft him too. Even if there's other players that might be able to contribute in a big positive way, I think we just need another starting pitcher. So we're going to go ahead and grab him. All right, Monty Kennedy. Oh, you're a starting pitcher. I thought it said shortstop. I'm not seeing a whole lot of really obvious plays here. I mean, Joe Hatton, maybe. But he's a soft tosser who doesn't get many people out. There's a lot of weak throwers here. A Monty Kennedy is kind of yikes. Russ Meyer's not too great. I mean, I guess we can go with Monty Kennedy. He's at least interesting. Who else we got? John O'Neill. Bad shortstop. Not the worst, though. And I certainly wouldn't object to him being on our team. Not as a starter, obviously, but just in the role of player. Any secret weapons I can grab in the 5th round? Nope. I mean, I guess I can take Bill McCahan. It doesn't hurt to have another reliever in the minors, because if nothing else, people seem to like trading for them. And then it really doesn't matter who we take at this point, so I'm just going to go ahead and let my scouting director pick. As the Yogi era begins, I'm really happy with this draft. I'm not elated with it. I think the top 2 is brilliant. But we really wanted to try to get a new shortstop as well. I mean, Pee-wee can handle himself for one more year, I think. But I'm not necessarily thinking that's going to be good enough. So we're going to go ahead and sim up to the Rule 5, and we're going to see if we can grab some players here. Boy, this is really disappointing. Like, Benny here is not a bad hitter. I'm just not really seeing anybody that I think needs to be a Washington Senator. Really. So I think we're just going to go ahead and complete the draft. We're not even going to bother taking anyone. There's just no point. Okay, we're going to sim right up to the beginning of the preseason. You've increased my budget. That's wonderful news. I just don't have anything to really spend it on. I mean, I could increase our scouting budget to 135. Let's get all the information. And I guess we can crank up... Nah, not the development budget. That's fine. Glenn Wright and Marty McManus both made it. That's amazing. Right. What could I get for Joe Schultz, I wonder? Nope. Nope. Really no one of value. That's fine though. Okay. So is there a reason to keep Yogi Berra in the minor leagues? I don't think so. His offense is relatively polished, and even though there's an extra level to it, right now he's one of the better hitters on the team. As he is right this moment. The only power hitter that comes close to him is Don Hurst. Yeah, Yogi's going to make the team. Rashi's going to make the team. Potentially. I don't mind letting Paul O'Day get some reps, especially if I decide to trade Joe Gallagher, which I might. Because Gallagher can't hit. And if I'm going to get a player who can't field well, I'd rather get a good hitter. That can potentially be very useful. And I guess might as well do Bill McCann too. I'm not quite ready to give up on Hal Gregg yet as a starter, so I don't want to turn him into a reliever yet. But I also don't want him having a big role in the rotation just yet. Who are you not starting that started last season? I don't know. Anyway, give me depth charts and lineups, and we'll see how things turn out. Through the training of the spring. Like, Yogi alone doesn't randomly make us a playoff team, and we're delusional if we think that's going to happen. This is about making meaningful progress so that we know that we're on the right track. I wouldn't necessarily complain if we got another first overall pick, but I definitely don't want to be forced into it. There you go. All right. So I got 37 players, of whom 18 are pitchers. I only really want to carry 11 or 12. I like Paul Derringer being available to give us innings if we need them. And if I set him to being a starter, he looks a little bit better. But I also don't feel obligated to have him on the roster. So we might think about disposing of him. That sounds wrong. Like, yeah, we're just going to take him out back and shoot him. We're going to start with Paul Masterson. You're going to be waived and designated for assignment. Elmer Singleton to the minors. I might also check waivers, see if there's somebody trying to sneak somebody through. I don't really care about Tietche. Mueller can go to the minors. Fox has a long way to go. Where am I at right now? 13. I really don't need 13 pitchers. So Earl Johnson to the minors. You don't want to be demoted. Then I guess you're just going to be released. Bill McCann can go to the minors and work on his talents. And now we're down to 11, which is all I want right now. How long did you pitch in AAA, Hal? You gave us 100+ innings, and you pitched quite well in AAA. I'm willing to give you a low-stakes role in the majors and see how you develop in the big leagues. But I don't want you to be a starter. So Vic Raschi, you make the team. Let's get this pitching staff set up. And give me pitching ratings, if and you please. We're going to make Bill the ace again. With Mr. Rookie of the Year Ferris pitching second. Then Raschi. Then Newsom. And then Derringer, I think. I know Derringer is not great. But unless I can find someone better, I don't want to rush Greg. I want Greg to be getting basically lots of high leverage innings in the majors and see what he can handle here. Okay. All relievers now. I like Arnold Carter. I do. I'm concerned about a reliever that can't strike people out very effectively, though. What role did you play last season? I am going to make you the closer just because someone has to do it. And then Mr. Strinkovich here is going to be long relief, middle relief, and everyone else is just going to be middle relief. I think that's reasonable. I don't really feel like I need to change anything else there. So, got to get rid of 5 position players now. Obviously, Joe Schultz is going to be one of them. What can I get prospect-wise out of him? Nothing. Then I guess I'm just going to go ahead and waive him and see what happens. Because Lopez and Berra are all I want as catchers, and I'm going to go ahead and put Berra on the roster. He made the 40-man. I don't really need Etten and Hurst, but right now Hurst is by far the better hitter, so we'll need to think about what to do about that. Ellis Clary is a decent hitter, and that's one reason I don't want to get rid of him. I mean, I don't like Jerry Pretty that much either, but at least Jerry's a good second baseman, so I can deal with that. Floyd Baker to the minors, I think, is step 1. And then I've got enough backups in the infield that we're fine there. I've got way too many outfielders. Joe Gallagher. I don't even know who this guy is. I just want to get rid of the money. So Gallagher's gone. I got to get rid of 3 more players. I don't want Matheny. And I have one too many position players. And the thing is that all these players have a clear role. Billy Yergis is a really good defensive second baseman. Bill Lilliards is a great defensive shortstop. Clary can play third or second, so we need him too. Don Hurst is too potent a hitter to be on my bench right now. So I think we have to go with him. I could send O'Day to the minors, and maybe that's alright. I'd still have other options to help us with our outfield, so I think we'll do that. Alright, let's nuke this all. And let's start with batting ratings. Contact. Our very best all-around hitter is Don Hurst. I'm as surprised as you are. We might do some platooning with him. Or not. Yeah, Don Hurst is our best hitter. For now. Yogi's not far off. But I think Hurst batting third and Yogi batting cleanup is the best combination here. I like Maury Arnovich hitting second. And then I think we let Gene Woodling be our leadoff hitter. Because my dude here gets on base. And he's got enough other talent that I'm willing to see what he can do. Yes. And then our fifth place hitter is... I want someone with at least a little bit of power. I guess I don't get that, though. I mean, unless I'm willing to play Bud Hayfie at center, which I'm not. I guess we do Pee-wee? No, we'll do Nap Reyes, just because he's at least a really good contact hitter, and then Pee-wee Reese at 6th. Jerry Pretty bats 7th. And Mel Armada bats 8th. We're still a big bat away, by the way, maybe even 2, from being an exceptional offense, but this is a good start. Lopez, you're going to be the backup, and I'm also going to make you my defensive sub. Hurst, you're going to be backed up by Etten, and Etten is also going to be our #1 pinch hitter. Clary, you're going to back up at third base, and you're going to be my #2 pinch hitter. Yergis, you're going to back up at second, and Lillard here is going to back up at short. That all looks good. Backup outfielder is going to be, I believe, Hayfie at all 3 positions. Because Hayfie is pretty good at backing up. And then Hayfie is our #3 pinch hitter because he gives us big thump off the bench. Speedy boys are going to basically be Yergis and... Oh no, sorry, I wasn't looking at the right columns. You're actually all terrible, so we're not going to do any pinch runners. Copy and copy. And paste and paste. Oh no, anyway. Yeah, I'm really hoping that Hurst can hang in there for one more season so I can try to get somebody better. Oh yeah, that stupid thing. Game. Stop turning that on by default. But there's something else I want to do. I do want to check the waiver wire and see who people are trying to sneak through. Because there could be something of note here. I want default and I want overall. Nobody's trying to get anybody good through. I guess that's fine. Let's go ahead and play the games. And let's see how things work out for us. You both cleared waivers, as expected. We lost Reyes for 2 to 3 weeks. I'm going to leave Reyes on the roster for right now. But Clary is ready to fill in for him while he is recovering. And it's going to take another week for Reyes. That's fine. You're not going in the starting lineup. Nobody wants you for the starting lineup. You need to shut the hell up. Cad, you need to stop talking. I get the Senators aren't very good, but no one wants you to be on their starting rotation. Literally no one. Literally no one. I thought it said Newcomb. I was like, Don Newcomb isn't in yet. He's a couple years away. So how's it going? Not great. Woodling is not really getting on base. Arnovich isn't really doing much of anything. Hurst, Berra, and Reyes are the only players who are hitting with any kind of skill right now. And pretty. We're a very blah team up and down. But we're really early in the season, right? Really early. No need to make any hasty judgments. So we're going to go ahead and push forward another month. I know this team is imperfect, and it's got plenty of flaws. It's not this bad, though. It's not this bad. Gee, what was your first fucking clue that I don't consider you to be part of the starting lineup? The fact that I won't start you? You're a real talented guy. Idiot. Ooh, Paul Derringer got his 200th inning victory thing. Nice. Wait, Roxy Lawson has been in the minors so long he's got 200 wins? No, he doesn't. Oh, yes, he does. He has almost 300 wins. Damn. All right. Rashi got a little bit worse. He's still one of the better pitchers I've got, though. Evans is a tiny bit worse. Hurst is starting to lose contact. We're probably not far from benching him. Ferris is the best pitcher of May, because of course he is. How's it going now? Much better. Up and down the lineup. Except for Pee Wee Reese. Pee Wee Reese is the drizzling shits. But the rest of the team looks awfully good. Wooding's getting on at a nice, healthy 400 clip. Arnovich is doing Arnovich things. I probably should swap him and Reyes, maybe, but I don't want to mess with Reyes because he's doing good where he is right now. Berra's awesome. Hurst is perfectly good. And Reese is awful. So I think the number one thing we need to do is we need to upgrade a shortstop. Both offensively and defensively. Is such an upgrade available? I mean, Cecil Travis would certainly qualify. What if I offered you Pee Wee Reese? What if we did it straight up, simple challenge trade, shortstop for shortstop? You're really excited to do it, which means I need to try to get more out of you. I'd love Carl Furillo. But I don't think I can have him. Ooh, Bob Lemon. You throw in Bob Lemon? Yes. Good. Eddie Mixis isn't bad. He's not amazing, but he's decent. What else you got on your roster? You've got Hal Newhouser buried as a reliever. If you don't want him, I'll take him. And obviously I'd love like a Fred Hutchison, right? Wait a minute. You want Hutchinson for Greg? Or Reyes, but I can't afford to give up Reyes right now. He's too important to my team offensively. I like Hal Gregg, but this gets us a better performer right now. This is a much more complete starting pitcher that I can trust in the rotation at the moment. I can't get Monty Stratton, can I? What do I drop Hutchinson to get Monty Stratton? Stratton is even better by quite a bit. He's not oh, he's also 34. Screw that. Is there anyone else I might want to grab? Now I'm good with this trade. I'm getting an upgrade at 2 positions, and yes, I'm giving up younger players in both cases. But this makes us a better team right now. So here's what all this accomplishes. First off, you both go onto the Major League roster. Hutchinson takes over for Derringer. And I'm going to bump up Hutchinson a couple times there. And Derringer now becomes emergency starter long relief. lineups, we get a much better defender and a probably better hitter in Cecil Travis. I am good with that. Let us proceed, gentlemen, friends and neighbors. Guys, I just made 2 massive trades to make us more competitive, and you're whining about how you want to leave the team. Nick, I'm a little more sympathetic to you, but the problem is that my current first baseman is just way too important. 300 homers, nice. Who made it from Waz? Nap Reyes. Not Yogi Berra somehow. Literally Nap Reyes and no one else. Really? Yogi Berra's hitting 279 with 6 home runs. And you're going to take this jackass Frankie Pitlack and make him? He has 62 at-bats. This is highway robbery, and I won't stand for it. I am not happy about that. Strikes out 16 Tasmanian Devils, LOL. I think it's time to bench Don Hurst. I think Etten, although he doesn't have the power, is the better all-around player, and he's by far the better defender. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and put Etten back in at first base. Hitting third because, well, I mean, I guess I could have Knapp hit third. Knapp is having an insanely good season, so let's do that. Let's put Knapp at hitting third. And then we'll go from there. You're very happy, you like the attendance, and it seems like we're going to make more money. Excellent news. Alright, looks like we got some coaches to decide on. What do we got? Gordon Rhodes is a really good pitching coach. That's really good for an older staff. I think he can come back. I think Gordon Rhodes is more than worthy to have an extension. Done. Clarence Hubert is a really good coach, but he's not a very good hitting coach. I think we can do better. George Wheeler is that. No, Wheeler's a better base coach than you as well, so he's going to get to stay around. Joe Lucy is a very bad pitching coach, so we're going to let him walk. Wally Mayer's good enough. I'm not going to upset that apple cart yet, so we're going to extend him. You're not a great manager, but you're good enough. I'm not really going to bother replacing you until I have some younger coaches show a bit more. Vincent Maney is very average. I think we're going to let him go and get a better hitting coach. Dots Miller is a really solid all-around manager, so I think he can stay at Class A. Luke Glabenich is not allowed to leave, but he's also not up, so that's fine. Looks good. Jared Pretty is really starting to slip. Good. Do I have Pat Siri? Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? I did set him up for warnings because I almost drafted him. Dude, you're never going to be part of the starting lineup. I need you to stop complaining. That'll be great. Same for you, Billy. You know what? I'm sick of Billy's shit. I'm sick of him complaining. Especially when he's played very badly. So I am going to trade you. Alamaki is not a bad pitcher. He's not a starter for sure, but he's not a bad pitcher. I could bring him in. Let's look at regulars too, see if I can't make a genuine improvement. Like across the board. I do like Rex Cecil. Bob Rapace is just awful. Wayne Ambler's too expensive. A guy like Dick Kimball isn't a bad choice because he is a decent backup shortstop, which means he's not far from learning some other positions. Plus, it doesn't cost me anything. Yeah, I think I will go ahead and grab me some Dick Kimball in my life. How about Jimmy Fox, too? That's fine. I thought it would be a good joke. What if I offered you Don Hurst? No. That's fine. That's not getting a malcontent off the roster as much as it is anything else. Plus, Dick Kimball is definitely decent enough to be a major league backup. To replace him... Lou Rochelli wouldn't be a bad choice. Like, I know he's not brilliant, but he's at least an okay backup. But I think this is actually an opportunity to go ahead and call up I could call Floyd Baker. But no, this is more of a Paul O'Day kind of situation, I think. Because I wouldn't mind having another impact bat off the bench. That could be quite interesting. So we're going to do that. Clary's going to back up at second now. And Paul O'Day, you're going to be a pinch hitter. And I'm going to let you back up in the corners. Done. Oh, let's do the same thing. I'm probably going to trade Don Hurst too if I can get a decent return for him. Now, he's good. You know what? He's decent enough as a pinch hitter that I'm going to keep Mr. Hurst around. But we'll transition back to Etten because he's just a little bit better. And let us proceed. I'm not going to bother the roster expansion. I don't really feel any need to do that. I would love nothing more than to trade you, but the problem is I can't get a good return. Five hits for Reyes? What the hell, my dude? I mean, the man hits his singles. You can't argue with hitting singles because that's what he does. I could always bump Reyes to first and find a new third baseman too. That's an important thing to consider. Don Hurst is making 30 grand. I don't think it's useful to keep him on the team when there's so many better options. Let's only look at hitters though. Is there a decent hitter that I could have off the bench that wouldn't be a bad player to have? I gotta say, my early inkling is to grab Shartak here because he's a good power bat with a decent bit of discipline. And I know he's not a big player, but I know that he could be useful. I wouldn't say no Eno Slaughter, except I don't really feel that I'm going to demote any of my existing players for his sake. I guess Lou Novikov is the better hitter, and if I just want someone off the bench, I should just get the best possible hitter. So I'm going to go ahead and trade for you. The fans are really sad, but they'll get over it. This is about making the team better both now and in the future. Is he actually a good left fielder? No, he sure isn't. But Novikov is a good backup first baseman. And he'll be an amazing pinch hitter. I'll tell you what we could do. How bad is Etten against left-handed hit pitching again? He's not great at it, but he's also not terrible. So I think we're good as is. How is our team chemistry right now? It's really good, actually. We could use like a proper captain, but we've got enough leadership elsewhere that I don't feel rushed. Let's go ahead and keep swimming along. Bobo Newsome is starting to slip, so we're definitely going to want to find a pitcher to replace him. I frankly don't know what else Yogi Berra could do to get more credit as a great catcher, but we'll see what happens if he can put it all together. And we're just going to go right to the end of the season. There's really nothing that would benefit me from stopping or changing things around. Dude, you are hitting fucking 5th. You're not hitting 3rd. That's the only reason you're not batting in the middle of the lineup. Just stop talking, dude. Just stop. You're not leaving the Senators. You're going to be fine next year. You're grumpy because the team is losing. That's it. That is the sum total of your complaints. And you need to shut up about it. So he finished 71 and 83. That is a pretty big jump when you think about it. That's almost 10 wins better. And we can still do better. I don't think this team has even scratched the surface of its raw potential. Damn, Cleveland. Paul Derringer retired, and we're going to have some coaches to hire. We'll do that here in a second. He likes the attendance. He wanted me to earn more money. He is upset, though. Mostly probably because of the money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that we have the money he wants at the end of the season. And we're going to increase our ticket prices to $1.25. Not $125, $1.25. So what went well? Our top 3 pitchers were brilliant. Couldn't be happier with our top 3 pitchers. Rashi had an okay rookie year. Certainly not perfect, but okay. And Bobo Newsom gave us some pretty solid innings, although his career is definitely winding down. Relievers were okay. Nobody was actively bad. Great. Lineup. Yogi Berra was our team's MVP, as was expected. We got a great season out of Cecil Travis. Nap Reyes played out of his mind. I'm definitely happy about how well he hit. Gene Woodling got on base. Jerry pretty well. He was an okay defender. Nick Etten was pretty good. He'll get a bigger role next season. Maury Arnovich is really ready to be replaced. I know he's a fan favorite, but we need better players. And then Bud Hapey was just bad. So we're going to have to figure out something to do with him. What we lacked is that one single massive bat. We've got a lot of talented hitters, but we don't have a single dominating hitter. Yogi Berra might be that guy someday. I want to keep seeing him improve each season, but have a lot of faith in his ability to be a dominating hitter. But we need more. We need more. We need one more great big thumper in the middle of that lineup, and everything else will come together beautifully, in my opinion. Left field is a great place to get someone new. Second base, perhaps. Center field. Like, Mel Almada can't play center anymore either. He's probably actually the biggest person we need to replace. So what do we got coming in the draft pool? Is there a noteworthy player who might be a good addition? I don't know how I'm going to increase attendance by nearly doubling it, but I think I can definitely get you your locally popular player. Well, man, I said I needed a second baseman. I can think of a whole lot worse choices than Jackie Robinson. A whole lot worse choices. We got Duke Snyder, Larry Doby, Al Rosen, Ted Kluszewski. And where am I picking? 4th overall. Larry Doby. Earl Torgeson. Yeah, this could be really interesting. If I just look at raw potential, Doby is number 1. Oh, Duke Snyder, we can't forget him. I don't think I'd let him be in center, but I could definitely see him playing left. Ooh, Kurt Simmons. I don't really want another pitcher at the moment, though. So here's what I'm thinking. There are 3 players that I would really, really like to get. One of these 3. Larry Doby, Duke Snyder, or Jackie Robinson. Any one of those 3 would be an exceptional addition to the Washington Senators. Failing that, we got players like Vic Wertz, who certainly wouldn't go amiss. We've got Kurt Simmons if I want to go the pitching route. We got Al Rosen if I'm willing to wait a little bit longer. We have tons of options in this draft to get a much better team. Look at Nellie Fox, all the way down at the bottom. So we are definitely going to be hoping for one of the big 3 to fall to me. I think I want Doby more than just about anybody else. He is the impact bat that we need. My concern is he's going to go 1st or 2nd overall. If we ask OSA, they think Doby falls to me. I would be over the moon if he did. I don't think he will, though. But we'll see. We will definitely see. Kluszewski would also be a good choice. Really, any of these 4 would be good additions. And there's also Al Rosen if I'm willing to wait a bit longer. Anybody listed in the top 4 plus Vic Wertz are all players I would definitely consider taking. Doby is my preference, though. If I had my choice between... Is Wally Westlake that good? He's not terrible. I don't think he's as good as the others, though. So, when is Kurt Simmons going? If Kurt Simmons falls in the 2nd round, I'm taking him. I think one problem with the way this game judges draft classes, it doesn't seem to rate pitchers very highly. It's kind of like quarterbacks in the NFL, right? Even if the quarterback class isn't exceptional, quarterback is so important that teams are going to take the chance. I find it difficult to believe that Kurt Simmons falls out of the first round. I don't think that happens. I think someone takes Kurt Simmons in the first round. But I think we're in a really good position. In terms of fit for our team, actually, I think Jackie Robinson would actually be the least useful. Because I really want that thump, and he doesn't have the raw thump of Doby or Klaczewski or Duke Snyder or Vic Wirtz. I'm hoping someone else wants Robinson, though. I'm not saying he's not a great player. I'm saying he's not a great fit for this team. Because if I want an upgrade at second base, I could just start Ellis Clary, and Pretty's a better defender, so maybe leave him there. So that's going to be really interesting. I'm going to be really excited to see who actually makes it out of who falls to me at 4th overall pick. Because if we get that big thumper, the whole lineup ties together. Everything gets better because we get protection. We get more flexibility. We have a lineup that actually makes people afraid to face us. And I think that's all very, very good. I'll tell you the one player I won't draft is Kurt Simmons. Asterisk, unless he falls to the second round. If by some miracle he makes it to me, I will draft him. You need have no concerns on that score. Howie Fox might have a chance to make the rotation. I know he's not brilliant, but he doesn't have to be. Just has to be a little bit better than Bobo Newsom. But that will conclude this episode. I think things are starting to turn around for the Senators. Are we good enough to win a pennant? I don't think so. Even if we get one of the big players I really want. Even if we got Larry Doby. I don't think that's enough for the Senators to get pushed to the top. But replacing Arnovich with Larry Doby, it just makes us a flat-out better team. We also need to get a new center fielder. Maybe just letting Bud Hafey play in center isn't the worst choice. Let's face it, Mel Almada's a 39 defense. Even Doby would be a better center fielder than him. Alright, so that's all set. Let's go ahead and talk about our coaching staff. I need a new hitting coach, and Wally Mayer could be that hitting coach. But I want to see who's actually available. Elliot Bigelow seems like he would be a much better choice. Who are you the coach for? You're the coach for the Cubs. Can I hire you away? Pitching coach. Absolutely. Jim Maroney. Come to the Lexington Dust Devils and teach them how to pitch. And let's try to get Hugh Willingham to be our AA hitting coach. And that'll be that. So, big offseason. Very, very big offseason. If we get the right player and everything ties together nicely, I don't think we challenge for a pennant, but I think we break 500. That's my goal for next season. I want to finish no worse than I can math. Give me a second. 154 divided by 2 is 77. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. So basically, I finished 78 and 76, which I think is very doable. I will be a very happy camper. If we can cross the 80 win threshold, which I think is even also possible, I'll be over the moon. And I really think that's a possibility. I'm excited by what might happen next season. Oh, did I get my base coach? Oh, no, I rehired him. Okay. But that'll be it for this episode. Until next time, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.